The best series of the first round ended in 6 games as well. Knicks taking care of the Sixers on Philly's home floor. Embiid in this thing averaged 33 and 11, but he shot only 44%, hammered by Bell's palsy and a lingering knee injury. Like, who can even make that up at this point? Tyrese Maxey added 30 points a game, but that did not help because no one else did much. Shams, future plans for Philly. What are we looking at?
This is exactly why they made the James Harden trade when they did. It's about building around Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. They've got 3 first-round draft picks to play with this summer. They've got max salary space as well, so they're going to go big game hunting. They're going to be rumored with every top free agent, every top player that's available in free agency or in trade market. They want to see how they can add one more star player around Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. That puts obviously the future of Tobias Harris in question. Where does he end up as a free agent?
I'll give you a scoop, Shams. Tobias Harris ain't going back to Philly.
He's really not. No, he was getting the Julius Randle treatment.
I'm glad you said it.
It was
you
not
can
good.
just tell, and I know nothing. I swear I don't have a tip. That man will never play for the 76ers again. There's no chance in hell. He is maxed out. The crowd is off of him. The franchise off of him. You can just see this shit has come to a screeching halt. He will not be on the Sixers next year.
It was such a big deal when he got it, too. Like, what a feel-good moment for him.
And then you see Detroit is the favorite to sign him. I'm like, all right, what about Jesus?
You hate to see it, but listen, on the flip side, Chandler, you know what sounds good to me? Brandon Ingram. This would be a great landing spot for Brandon Ingram. You already have your guard and Tyrese Maxey. You got a big in Joel Embiid. Now you got to tie up that hole that Tobias Harris leaving is going to be there. So you got to fill that void, and I think Brandon Ingram would be the perfect guy for that.
And yeah, I agree. I think he'd be great. I think Paul George would be great. I think there's reports that Jimmy Butler, I don't think he's already there. That didn't really pan out. Don't really see that happening. But I don't hate those. And again, Oubre was great. The rise of Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. People are going to talk about his injuries, just like Kawhi Leonard, because he hasn't been fully healthy when it matters. But let's not forget, this dude was well on his way to back-to-back MVPs, was the most dominant player in the league. This guy pretty much dominated the Knicks all series long, limping, like not even close to being 100%. So I think they're in a good spot, and they're, like Lou said, they're one wing scorer away from being right back in the hunt in the Eastern Conference next year.
Okay, but let's be realistic, all right? So we know Joel Embiid, despite being injured, was out there giving it his all, but the injuries are pretty big, and they happen all the time. So, Lou, do you actually see, when you close your eyes, do you see this Sixers team winning a championship with Joel Embiid?
I think so. I think if you put the right pieces around them, they have an opportunity. Like Chandler said, this man was dominating this series with one eye, half a face, one knee.
Half a face.
And he was still out there putting up big numbers, putting him in a position to give him everything he had. Even when he was inefficient shooting the basketball, he was still making winning plays on a defensive end and trying to do everything necessary. You don't stumble on Joel Embiid type talent in the NBA and just say, okay, we can pick up and keep moving here with somebody else. He's one of those, he's a cornerstone type of guy. So even though he's unhealthy, who else do you go get to fill that void? I think you stay put with Joel Embiid, continue to build around him and Maxey, and then put a lot of talent around those guys where he doesn't have to do as much heavy lifting. You don't have to be carried through 50 to 60 games throughout a season. I think they still have an opportunity, and there's a window there for them to compete for a championship.
Yeah, Lou, they can't do like a Joel lateral move. If you're going to fully blow it up and rebuild and get a bunch of picks for this cat, yeah. But we know damn well that's not Daryl Morey's MO either.
That's true, too.
And Shams, you know this. Daryl Morey, if there's someone available or if there's a way to upgrade the roster or go get a big free agent, it's going to be Daryl Morey who's going to be on that phone making that call to make their team better.
They can't start a new process, Chandler.
No. We've been trusting this process has been pre-Ben Simmons. The process is here.
Process is forever.
Joel Embiid ain't going anywhere.
Start a new process. We got to go.
Add around Joel Embiid and keep him out, like you said. Go get a stud wing that can take off some of the load of Joel Embiid and let Tyrese Maxey be the guy. And when it matters, Joel Embiid is fully healthy in the playoffs, dominating like he did in the beginning of the season.
Kind of like a Miami Heat situation where you had Shaq and D Wade. Obviously, Shaq was the dominant. He was going to be the guy that was going to anchor, but D Wade is going to be the best player on that team. He was the one that led them to that championship run. Philadelphia can piggyback off of that success.
And just know, if there's someone available, Daryl Morey will be calling.
The process continues, Shams. I can't wait.